Yo, welcome to another episode of Shop Life. The vlog is still going. Thank you guys for actually rocking with the vlog and letting me know you guys want to see more of these things. Today we need to re-up on the West Side shirts. I've been selling a lot of them, just the standard black with white print. Anytime somebody asks me and says, you know, why do you use black t-shirts so much? How come majority of your shirts are printed on black? It's because they sell. For me, black t-shirts with white print is a classic color combo that sells all the time. And this is a proven fact. My West Side shirt that's black and yellow, it sells, but not as much as the black and white. Same exact goes for the white shirt with the black print. It sells, but not as much as the black shirt with the white print. So we ran out of extra large. I got extra large in. We're gonna press some of these things up. But I did want to talk about this shirt right here. So I've never officially launched this shirt. And when I say I never officially launched it, what I mean is I've never really put up product photos of it. I never put it on models. I never gave it an official launch. The way that I released this shirt and the reason it's doing so well is a very simple strategy that I think you guys can use too. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So the way that I actually started to promote this shirt was by not promoting the shirt. What I did was I just showed myself making this shirt. So all I do is show myself pressing the design, how to do it, do a step-by-step on short form content, meaning Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. This stuff right here is considered like a tutorial. It's me showing you a step-by-step on how to create the shirt. But what it's doing is the algorithm pushes this video to more faces and more eyes and more phones because I'm showing you a step-by-step. So it's informational, but what I'm doing is actually using it to promote the shirt. So people are now seeing the shirt because of the tutorial video, if that makes any sense. If I just post it up just like a regular standard post, here's my new shirt, it's on a model, it's not gonna get that many views because everybody in the world that's selling shirts is doing the same exact thing. So when I'm showing a step-by-step, now it's getting more views and more people are seeing it because they're watching a step-by-step video on how to create the shirt, and what they're seeing is the actual finished product of this West Side shirt. So it's getting into the eyes of more people by doing it this way, and this is 100% of how I've been selling this shirt online. I've never had to put up a product photo, I've never had to put up a post or a sponsored post or run ads or anything like that. All I do is show myself making this shirt, and the algorithm pushes this into more people's faces, which is cool because when you're doing something like, let's say, showing somebody how to do something, it's informational, and the informational content, for whatever reason, reaches more people than me trying to sell something. I guess it's like a backhanded way of promoting the shirt or advertising the shirt by just showing people how I make it. So it's been selling, it's been doing good, and I've never had to actually release it or launch it or promote it that way. All I do is just show myself making the shirt. So if you're in this same position, you make t-shirts, you're trying to get your designs out there, do a little step-by-step. Show the press you're using, show the transfers you're using, the blank t-shirts you're using, show yourself going through the motions and post that one up. Hopefully that one will react the same way that my videos do, where it just kind of launches it into, hey, look at this guy making a t-shirt, let me show you how to do it. And what people are doing is they're actually seeing the design now. Not so much me making the shirts because that's boring. You could see that on my YouTube channel, I do it all the time. But what I'm trying to do is actually promote the design. I want people to see the design, so I use the algorithm in my favor to promote the t-shirt design, if that makes any sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna re-up. I'm just gonna print some more of these shirts up and show you guys exactly how it goes. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna be using my Heat Press Nation 16x20 press because this design is bigger than 15 inches. It's a full 16.5 inches, so it won't fit on my 15x15. You can press a design of this size on a 15x15. You would just have to do it in pieces, but I have the 16x20 heated up, so we're gonna get it going. These are Supacolor wearable transfers, and then this is the Heat Press Nation Signature Pro 16x20 heat press. This is the one with the Sure Pressure knob. And I also have it on the threadable base right now, but we're not gonna thread the t-shirt on, but let me show you how I press this thing on. All right, here goes the shirt right here. Big Brando logo inside there. Once again, these are Shockaware Active t-shirts. That's the blank t-shirt that I use to print a lot of my Big Brando merch on. One thing you're always gonna wanna remember, pull down on the armpits. This is gonna help you align your shirt nice and straight. You'll feel if one side's a little longer than the other side, so just pull down on the armpits. Make sure your collar's laying all the way over the edge, and we're gonna pre-press it first. Once we pre-press, this is gonna get all the moisture out. This is actually gonna flatten down the t-shirt and give us a nice smooth pressing surface. Now, left chest print, we're gonna go 4 fingers down from the collar, 4 fingers down. We're gonna lay it right there, press it in. Heat press is set up for 320 degrees, 15 seconds. This is a hot peel. And we'll press it down one more time, just for a few seconds. Tap it in. Now let's do the back. Same exact thing. Lay the collar all the way over the edge. Pull down on the armpits on both sides. This is gonna make sure that it's nice and even. Remember, if your t-shirt isn't straight, your transfer won't be straight. Big back print. I don't do any fingers down or anything like that. I lay the collar all the way over the edge, and then I like to put the transfer close to the edge. Looks pretty even on both sides. Press this down. Hot peel. And we'll press it down one more time. A lot of people are gonna ask, what's this thing on my press? This is a non-stick cover. This one's made by Heat Press Nation. I use these types of things, Teflon sheets, non-stick covers, whenever I'm doing any type of film transfer. So these transfers right here is considered film. This right here creates a lot of static. Depending on the humidity in your room and depending where you're pressing at, if I didn't have this, the humidity in this room will stick this to the top. So when I try to release the shirt, this will get stuck to the top, and then it could potentially burn. It's hard to scrape that thing off. So I use these Teflon covers right here just to minimize and buffer out all of that static, because film transfers create a lot of static and can get stuck to the top of your press. Some of you guys probably experienced that before. For myself, when I started to realize that that was happening, I started using these Teflon covers to buffer out the static. Hopefully that's a good tip and helps you guys out. All right, here's a little close-up of the t-shirt right here. Front print. There's the neck label. And there's the back. All right, I know there's gonna be a few people asking the same question. What's the difference between film transfers and paper transfers? When I was talking about the Teflon cover that I use or the non-stick cover that I use and why I use Teflon sheets with film transfers, a lot of people don't understand the difference because maybe they got into transfers just through DTF and never experienced any other type of transfer. So I did want to clear that up for some people. This is a film transfer. It's see-through, translucent. This is what I consider a film transfer, or when I'm saying film transfer, this is what I'm talking about. This is a Supacolor wearable transfer right here. It's a screen printed transfer, but they print on film. If you can see my hand through this thing, it's translucent. These film transfers, whether it's DTF, like a digital transfer that's printed directly to the film off of a roll, or if it's one of these Supacolor wearable transfers where they screen print onto the film, film creates a lot of static for whatever reason, depending on your workspace, depending on the humidity in your room. All of that plays a big role in the static that's going to be caused by these transfers. For me, in the space that I'm pressing in, these create a lot of static. So if I press this down, a lot of times this will get stuck to the top of the platen. When it gets stuck, it's hard to scrape that thing off and it's not fun. So I use these Teflon sheets or covers or non-stick covers to help minimize that. So that way it buffers out the static. This never gets stuck to the top. Now, this is a paper transfer. This is a screen printed transfer using Plastisol ink. Instead of screen printing onto a t-shirt, they screen print onto this transfer paper. This is a paper transfer. It's not translucent. You can't see through it. This is paper. Film, paper. Film, paper. These right here, I never have to use any of these Teflon covers because this doesn't create any static. This never gets stuck to the top. This is an easy release when it comes to using transfers. Screen printed transfer on paper, screen printed transfer on film. Now, is there a big difference between the two? I don't think so. It all comes down to inks. Supacolor uses a water-based ink. Screen printed transfers on paper are usually printed with plastisol ink. And it all comes down to personal preference, the look and feel, what you like out of it, then also what fits your budget. For me and myself, I use both. I use screen printed transfers with plastisol ink, and I use screen printed transfers with water-based inks. You don't have to kill yourself trying to figure out which one's the best, which one you should use. They're both good options. It's all up to you and what you prefer. The look, the feel, whatever you're going for, these are all tools for your tool belt. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, all right? Now, if you wanted to order screen printed transfers on paper or film, I always have links for everybody in the description box. Please let me know, which do you prefer? Do you prefer film? Do you just use DTF? Have you ever used screen printed transfers? Do you prefer plastisol transfers? Let me know what you guys do in the comments because I'm very curious to see what everybody's using out there and what everybody prefers. For me, I use both in this shop. It really all comes down to what feel and what look I'm going for and how many colors are in my design, how many I could gang up on a sheet, and what the turnaround time is gonna be like for myself. These things play a big role in how I order transfers. That's why I choose to use both of these methods because they're both good. So like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys prefer, what you guys are using. If you haven't used plastisol transfers yet, or if you have and you don't like the feel of it, or if you choose not to use any transfers. I'm curious to know what everybody thinks. Please let me know in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, BigBrandoTV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.